Like, no one succeeded in Chicago as a quarterback. Even Jim McMahon didn't really succeed in Chicago as a quarterback. Let's just be honest.
I don't know why. Tony Banks.
Zach Wilson goes
Tony
there.
Banks was always the quarterback on Brett Favre's QB club. The only QB still in his helmet.
I'm so tired of you mentioning Tony Banks. You want to get Tony Banks on the podcast? We interview him. Bro, hey, Izzy, I need you to reach out to Tony Banks on LinkedIn. Just find Tony Banks, please. I got a list of people from the Senior Bowl and the NFLPA Bowl. But you know what? I'm going to send you that list, but I want you to get Tony Banks first. I'm going to just scratch their names out, put Tony Banks at the top of the paper. Just take a picture and send it to you.
Dog, Tony Banks is going to end up coaching your son or some shit.
Tony Banks might end up coaching your little brother. Tony Banks might end up coaching your brother. I'm going to laugh if he does. Imagine Tony Banks comes losing his QB coach because of his LA ties and the Rams.
Oh, hell no. All right. Last one.
It could happen, bro.
Kellen Winslow Jr. got 14 years for 5 counts of rape of a homeless woman. Take her tangent on that.
Dude, really, like, he's mentally gone. He's been mentally gone for a while, and he was already volatile. You could just go back to when he said, "I'm a fucking soldier" when he was at Miami. Now's not the time to make a light skin joke, so I won't. But yeah, dude needs help because it's like his brain is rotting, and he already wasn't making good decisions before that. Like, you can remember when he fucked up his leg with the motorcycle accident. He had to miss, like, a whole season. Like, that derailed his career because he still came back and had Pro Bowl seasons, which is crazy. People forget he had Pro Bowl seasons. He had, like, a monster season with the Browns one year. A couple years. I think he played for the Chargers, too. Not the Chargers, but he played for a couple other teams. But, like, he was in the league for a minute.
He played for the Bucks.
Yeah, he played for the Bucks. He was in the league for a couple of years, but, like, we talked, about Derek Price last week about CTE, alcohol abuse, toxic ambition, all those things that, kind of go together. And he revealed himself to, like, a neighbor a while back, and she reported him, and then he raped a homeless woman. Like, dude ain't there no more. That's not Kellen from, I knew him in high school. I knew him when he was a little kid growing up. That Kellen ain't there. The lights are on, but nobody's home. But that's like a human being there. Like, his brain is clearly rotting. And I hope he gets some help. Because he's a danger to himself and others.
First off, we just have way too many, like, sexual misconduct on Tonight Show. Like,
that's what you brought up?
That's the first thought. Second thought is...
This is the HR show?
Second thought is, like...
This is your brain on
I'm just
resources.
Curious. I'll be curious when the 30 for 30 drops on this in, like, 20 or 30 years. But I'm just curious, like, what his relationship is with his pops. And what that was like growing up and stuff like that.
Because is he better than his pops, arguably?
I mean, in terms of raw talent, you could definitely make that argument.
6 overall pick, I think.
In terms of stats, probably not. Impact, legacy, no. But
he's remembered for more.
In terms of pure athleticism,
he was a blue chip prospect
and potential,
as a tight end. Sure. And like, people are like, yeah, Greg Olsen isn't Kellen Winslow Jr.
Pretty much, yeah.
But Greg Olsen's damn near a Hall of Fame tight end, and he was in Chicago, wasting his career away in Chicago before he got traded to the Panthers. Mike Martz tried to kill that man in that offense. But, yeah, it's just really unfortunate and sad. And to your comment about a lot of sexual assault this episode, man, some of these college coaches are nasty. Like, I've been seeing the dude who was a gymnast and he was a part of the USA women's team. He killed himself because he was about to be brought up on charges. Like, I really feel bad for females, especially little girls in gymnastics, because there's like no protection.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Especially like the people whose parents don't give a fuck about you, and like they just let you be around adults. I don't understand why they are men in females gymnastics anyway. I feel like if it's a female sport, just have only women coaching it. Because there's too many cases with dudes doing nasty shit. Like, that's weird to me. Like, take the male equation out, the male variable out of it.
Insert Derek Fisher joke.
Don't get me started on Derek Fisher, bro. I'm still mad Candace Parker's not a Spark anymore. That shit made my. I'm just mad.
My WNBA homie said she's washed. She's been washed.
I'll fight you and your WNBA homie. First off, Candace Parker is bae. Shut your fucking mouth.
I don't watch enough.
She was defensive player of the year a couple years ago. So
I don't watch enough
mouth.
I don't watch enough WNBA to have.
I know you don't.
But I'm an Aces fan.
You're trash. And the best player on the team didn't even play. Cambridge sat out the season. Y'all probably would have won if y'all had Cambridge. Cambridge is fine too. But yeah.
Wow, Kenny, not you attributing a woman's skill in basketball to their attractiveness.
No. She's like if her face looked like a foot, she's still like arguably the best center in the WNBA. And she fine as hell. She came into her own. She was on the ESPN The Body Issue. Like, nah, for real. Like, she's really self-conscious about her looks. And I was like, nah, she ain't never been ugly. It was good to see, like, somebody come into their own confidence. That's the sexy part. But go ahead.
All right, sorry. I was just looking at Candace Parker's stats.
Oh, fuck you, bro. She literally was just used as like a as the defensive stalwart. Like she hasn't
made an All-Star game in 3 years.
Snubs.
Last year she had a better year. Last year in the bubble, she was better. She did like 11-8 in 30 minutes, but the seasons before that, her numbers were down.
She was injured, but all I know is how you win defensive player of the year, but don't make an All-Star team. Trash.
I don't know about that, but yeah. All right, last two. Or no, touchdown or turnover. Sorry. Go ahead.
Again, your transition game is terrible.
Says the dude who doesn't even have his phone and knows where we're at. Yeah, okay. Carry on.
My phone's right here.
Carry on.
Okay, this isn't fucking the Black Parade. Stop telling me
Gronk and Teddy Bruschi are set to coach the Arizona Wildcats spring game. Touchdown or turnover?
Because what you said was something totally different before you said that. You didn't say touchdown or turnover. You said something.
It doesn't matter. Touchdown or turnover. Teddy Bruschi and Gronk getting back to their Arizona roots for the spring game.
Well, Bruschi's, I think, the defensive line coach or something like that, and Gronk was a great tight end. He was All-American there. No, Gronk was actually All-American at Arizona before he broke his back. He broke his back, sat out a whole year, and then went into the draft.
When's the last time Arizona won a Mountain West Conference?
Arizona's not even in Mountain West.
Exactly.
You fucking nuts. That was rude. How you shit on a state that you used to party in, bro? That's disrespectful.
I'll save my comments about Arizona tight ends off air.
Okay. Like the whole state or like all the schools? Arizona Westland, Northern Arizona. All the Arizona State, all the Arizona.
You already know how I feel about names with too many syllables in them.
Damn.
Waking up in the dorm rooms in ASU in Phoenix, just wondering what happened last night.
Being drunk in a Hooters being underage in a Hooters downtown Arizona where I shouldn't have been, and people asking me for bus fare. Me and my sister.
But for real, bro. When was the last time Arizona was relevant?
When they got clapped by Boise State, Khalil Tate, and how they fudged that. They fudged like whole years of his career.
Speaking of running backs who went to Chicago and died, Kadeem Hunt.
Kadeem Carey?
Yeah, Kadeem Carey. There you go.
Jesus, get his name right. I knew he wasn't going to be much of a pro when I watched him at Arizona.
He didn't have the speed.
He never had the speed. He just was a great system back.
My point is just this, man. It seems like every 3-4 years,
Arizona puts up gaudy numbers.
Arizona puts out something to try to get people excited, and then they come out and they're 6-6, 7-5, 8-4.
How's Austin Hill doing?
He's doing good. From last week.
How's Jerron Kreiner doing?
I don't know about that one.
Did you?
But yeah, that's the last time they were relevant. Like, come on, dude. They were just on the cusp of relevancy.
They were on the edge of glory.
Like, yeah. And they were
always
like
had
10-2, 11-1, 10-2.
I think it was like 10-2, and they got clapped by Boise State. Again, Boise State should be a Pac-12 school. Like I'm telling you, the PC3.
And Arizona should be a Mountain West school.
Arizona, yeah. But then you have to put Arizona State in the Mountain West. So it's just they create the same conundrum all over again. They're just forever going to fight each other. So you might as well have them in the Pac-12 because you'll occasionally chip off a really good player from Arizona. Terrell Suggs is from Arizona.
Yeah, I know. All right, next one.
He went to Arizona State. Bottom line is the PC3 is a real thing, and when it gets credited, I want you guys to just make a documentary and say, Kenny thought the whole fucking thing up, literally, on a podcast on a random Thursday every night at 8 p.m. Like PC3. Already laid out. Larry Scott's gone. So, I mean, might as well bring Hawaii into the fold. I'm going to get some Polynesians on this podcast.
All right, so Brandon Marshall's hosting a House of Athlete Combine on Friday. Touchdown or turnover.
It's going to be dope. I think it's going to be on Fox Sports. He's been doing a lot.
The Arizona of cable sports networks.
That's disrespectful, especially when you try to get ad dollars. Could you shut the fuck up? Ixnay on the application bay. Jesus. You know, people who are at Good News who work at Fox Sports, what's wrong with you, bro? Fuck. What's wrong with you, bro?
Get me started, bro.
I applied last week. Would you shut the fuck up?
Bro.
They're going to hear this and they're like, nah, we're good. But nah. In all seriousness, except we're ever serious, but we are. We promise.
Well, I don't even know what
fantastic.
they call Fox Sports anymore. They call it FS1. Is it Fox Sports 1?
You can't
Is
find
it Fox
It's so hard
Sports
to find.
Specific?
HBO on demand is easier to find.
Yeah, it really is.
Like literally old like Cinemax porn is easier to find.
Yeah, it really is.
Man, old Cinemax porn was a fucking era. Yeah, wow. Just cable was so nasty back in the early 90s.
The only time I see Fox Sports is on social media.
You gotta
And
talk
that's
to Marcellus
only because
Wiley.
I be liking Marcellus Wiley shit.
And lately he's been real out of pocket, but we're gonna talk about that off air. But yeah, I think it's an amazing touchdown. Athletes are starting to like, especially with him and what they do with I Am Athlete, they're really dope. Well, you know, Chad Johnson talking about his mom passing, and like these athletes are finally starting to
Open up.
Yeah.
Be vulnerable.
Like, dog, you went through some fucked up shit to make it to where you are. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say, like, you're traumatized and you accomplished all your dreams and the league forced you out before you were ready. And now you just have to find out how to live. And you have all this money. You have to pay taxes on every different state that you play in. And you're in over your fucking head. It's okay to admit that. It's okay to, like, admit that you're lacking or you're without. It's okay to admit that you never got close to anybody. It's okay that you feel like you didn't get to enjoy your college experience. You just spent most of your time working your ass off because you had no other options to fall back on. It's okay to admit that. And I think this generation of athletes is going to have an easier time opening up. Like your brother, other kids. Because they're all going to have a shared fucked up experience. Like, back when we used to have shared fucked up experiences in high school. Izzy, I'm pretty sure you got shared fucked up experiences high school soccer. Like, especially when you talked, I think you talked about the one girl. Was it the chick from New Mexico who, like, drop kicked the shit out of that chick and pulled her hair? Eric, I know you know what I'm talking about.
That was definitely a Lobo.
Yeah. Like, there's certain, like you said, Izzy was talking about how, like, they don't teach heading anymore because, well, they realize, oh, you get mad concussions that way. You should probably stop hitting a ball that's coming at you full speed with your fucking cranium. So, like, yeah.
No, for real. It's like not allowed. And if the little kids do it, they're like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me.
That's
pretty